there is a civil war raging in Europe, and I think it will spread to US also. The civil war is essentially against not Christianity and Islam. That's only a side show. Primary show is Islam and what is called quote unquote modernism. Islam hates modernism. Modernism in the sense of acceptance of premarital sex, acceptance of family planning, acceptance of homosexuality, acceptance of various what one can call heretic things. Now, in pure form, Christianity is also against all these things. But Christianity is not in a position to wage a war. It is trying to have more number of followers in Africa and other places. But Islam is extremely angry about it. And the treatment of women, modernism is also. So it wants to establish in clear terms a caliphate in Europe. They are not having any two views on that. They have expressed it in various ways that we should have. And recently Turkish PM has also mentioned that Turks have to play a very important role in civilizing the quote unquote, civilizing the Europe. So they are having, so this is one type of a conflict which is taking place, which will sap the energy of Europe. The economy of Europe will get further.
Yeah, so I want to here ask you a question regarding Islam. Now, the Islam's fight is also with India, because India, the two big fights they had, one was this Ottoman Empire, Turkey is the inheritor of that, which was a fight against Europe, and the other was the Mughal Empire, which was a fight against India. Now, both of them got defeated, but the Muslims want to reclaim it back. So I think that it is not only a fight against Western modernity, it is a fight against all the infidels and heathens of the world. The biggest opportunity happens to be these two, because you see Europe is right in their proximity and they have a large amount of immigrants in certain countries, and that's a good, those are sleeper cells. They also feel that the population of Islam is more, if you look at the world population of Islam, Pakistan, then India, then Bangladesh, then Indonesia, these are the majority of the whole Muslim world, population-wise. So the people who are dreaming the Caliphate and Darul Islam and all that, they are thinking of this as a front also. So we should not feel that India is safe while Europe is vulnerable. My feeling is that while Europe is vulnerable, USA may be not as vulnerable as we think, because there is also a very strong anti-Islamic move here that is not going to sort of take it. There is both sides, but the anti-Islamic people are going to sort of hit back, and America has a history of kind of vicious, brutal warfare when it required. So, if there's one country that may drop a nuclear bomb on, some Arab country, if there were a 9/11 with some kind of a dirty bomb, it is not unrealistic that the US may drop a nuclear bomb on those guys. It may happen. It is not a scenario you can completely eliminate. While I don't think the Europeans will do that. I mean, the Europeans probably will talk and blah, blah, like that, be a little mixed up. Maybe some guy in France or some person, right-wing guy will come up somewhere and do it. But I think that before you will say that, okay, the front line of Islam is Europe and then next comes America, I think you should have to think about India also as a front line that Islam is fighting. And you see a lot of these rabid Muslims in India also, they are talking same kind of stuff. I would say the only place that has actually taken aggressive action against Islam proactively is China. I mean, China has taken some bold actions. They banned some things. I was told they banned the name Muhammad, you can't have, and things of that sort. So, others are sort of wanting to fake a democracy or a fake an intellectual freedom and freedom of religion and thought and all that. China has got no problems with that. They are saying if it doesn't suit us, we're going to get rid